Hey, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're jumping into a fantastic book, Resonate, by Nancy Duarte. We're going to unpack the secrets to giving presentations that don't just, share information, they actually transform the people listening.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever been stuck in a presentation, just staring at the clock, feeling your soul slowly leaking out of your body? Yeah, we've all been there. It is a special kind of pain. And Nancy Duarte just hits the nail on the head with this. You know that feeling, right? That sinking feeling you get almost immediately when you realize a presentation is, well, dead on arrival. There's no energy, no pulse. It's just a slow, painful march to the end. But why does this happen so often? Well, it's not just a feeling we have. The data is pretty clear on this one. When executives were asked what the hardest part of presenting is, it wasn't making flashy slides or even the fear of public speaking. It was the message itself. You see that? If you add up the people who struggle just with the message and those who struggle with the message plus other things, you get a whopping 3/4 of leaders who admit they can't quite nail the core story. And this right here, this slide really lays out the two paths you can take. On one side, you've got your typical presentation. It's a data dump, it's all about us, our company, our product. And on the other side, a resonant presentation. It's built on a story, it has meaning, and this is the most important part, it's all about you, the audience. This is the big shift we have to make. So how do we actually make that shift? It all starts with a huge, and I mean huge, change in how you see yourself. This is maybe the biggest takeaway from the whole book. You are not the hero. It boils down to one simple, powerful rule. It is not about you. Think about it. Most presentations are just drowning in that me stuff we just saw. Endless lines about our history, our features. They're doomed from the start because the presenter thinks they're the star of the show. But the real hero, the true hero of any presentation is the audience. They're the ones you're asking to come along on a journey. They're the ones who have to change their minds and ultimately carry your idea into the world. So if the audience is the hero, what does that make you? You get to be the mentor, the wise guide. You're the one who gives the hero the map, the tools, the secret insight they need to win the day. This is just the perfect analogy, isn't it? You're Yoda, not Luke Skywalker. You're not the one flying the X-Wing to blow up the Death Star. You're the wise, mysterious figure who trains the hero and helps them unlock their own potential. When you start thinking of yourself as Yoda, it changes everything about how you prepare and deliver. Okay, so if your audience is the hero and they're about to go on a journey, what do they need? They need a map. See, great presentations aren't just a random collection of slides. They have a specific shape, a structure that guides the hero from where they are to where you want them to go. Every journey has to start somewhere. And in a presentation, that starting point is what Duarte calls what is. This is the world as it exists right now. The status quo, the problems, the challenges, the reality your audience lives in every day. You have to start there, on common ground. And then you show them the destination, the what could be. This is your idea, your vision. It's that beautiful, better future that's just waiting for them if they embrace your idea. And the space between those 2 points, that gap between what is and what could be, that's where all the magic, all the dramatic tension comes from. So here's the map itself. This is the structure. You start at the beginning with a call to adventure. That's where you reveal the gap. Then the middle. That's the journey. You go back and forth, contrasting the pain of what is with the promise of what could be. And the end, it's not just a boring summary slide. No way. It's the arrival at a new bliss, a celebration of the destination, with a crystal clear call to action for your hero. Now, inside that journey, every great story has that one unforgettable moment. That one scene you tell your friends about later. In a presentation, Duarte gives this a name. She calls it a star moment. And that stands for something they'll always remember. This moment isn't going to happen by accident. You have to design it. You have to build it on purpose. And she gives us a whole toolkit to do it. You can create one with a memorable dramatization, a catchy, repeatable soundbite, a powerful visual, a story that tugs at the heartstrings, or a statistic that is just absolutely jaw-dropping. Let's talk about one of the most legendary STAR moments of all time. When Steve Jobs introduced the very first MacBook Air, he didn't just read off a spec sheet. He used a perfect, repeatable soundbite, and he combined it with an absolutely brilliant moment of theater. And that's exactly why it worked so well. The act of him pulling that laptop out of a regular, everyday office envelope, it made an abstract concept, thinness, suddenly real, tangible, and totally unforgettable.
That, my friends, is a masterclass in creating a star moment.
So, when you put all of these pieces together, the right mindset, the journey structure, that unforgettable moment, you start to realize that a presentation isn't just a talk. It's not just a meeting. It's a tool, a vehicle for actually changing your world. I mean, just look at the life cycle of any great idea. From the moment it's just a scribble on a napkin, to a pitch for funding, to a huge product launch, to going public. What's the one thing that moves it forward at every single critical step? A presentation. It's the engine of change. This really brings us to the ultimate way to think about this. It's what John F. Kennedy believed. The only reason to give a speech is to change the world. You're not just standing up there to dump information. You are there to persuade, to inspire, and to create real, lasting change. So, the next time you have to give a presentation, I want you to remember this. You are the mentor. Your audience is the hero. And you hold the map that can guide them on an incredible journey. You literally have the power to bring a new idea to life. So the only real question left is, what idea will you choose?